Vlogmas day 21, I think, which is insane. We are in the home stretch of this. And I'm really proud of myself. Okay, so today is the day of the party. I have still a little bit of cooking and assembling to do. I need to make some mac and cheese for the kiddos that are gonna be here. I still need to make the festive drink. I say festive, it's just a lemon drop. I still need to make the cocktail we're gonna serve. And then my house has gotten a little dirty in the prep. So I just did all that cleaning, and then I made more dishes last night, which makes more dishes in the sink. That is my plan. I also have work this morning. Having double focus is going to be really interesting. Travis is having people over to go golf as early as like 2. I really like starting my day with rest. Maybe I should start my day with more activity to like start at a high level, but for me, I like to ease into my day. So I think I'm gonna enjoy my coffee, maybe watch some Vlogmas, of course. After that, I like to start with a list. I mean, I have a list, but I feel like I need a secondary list of just things that need to happen today. I'm so excited though, because I wanna say I've never hosted a party like this. I hosted a party this summer, like a pool party, and I made some food, but I didn't like make a drink, I didn't decorate, anything like that. So this is just a really big hosting moment for my, little feather in my cap. So I'm really excited to do this, and I hope it just goes smoothly. I still have not come up with games to play. I have some ideas, but they require a little bit of work. So I'll have to figure that out. I left my orange garland in the oven last night, not on. Let me be clear, I turned the oven off, but I just left them in the oven so I could continue making them. So let's check on them. Here they are this morning. I thought they were just a little too soft still, which is still, yeah, the case. They're just a little soft. They're looking really pretty though. Like, I like the color and all that. So I'm gonna turn the oven back on to 200 degrees and keep these going. Was turning them all last night, and that takes a long time and kind of hurts my back. So I'm gonna see how they do not turning them, but I'll check on them every 30 minutes. But I really hope these finish for the party. I almost want to turn up the temperature, but I don't feel like that's a good idea. They have been in the oven for a long time. So I started them at about 7 o'clock. And then I turned them off at about 11:30 midnight. That was 4 hours. On the website, they say like 5 hours, like 3 to 5 hours, depending on your thickness. I cut some of them really thin and then some a little thicker because I didn't know what was gonna work. Because I know we had talked about it. All right, let's try it. I just don't want to ruin my coffee. All right, let's try it. I mean, that's good. Well, you know what I wanted to try even more than just adding a regular protein shake? I really wanted to see what will happen if I put my protein powder in coffee. That I'm a little bit more nervous about this, but about this works. I do apologize for any noise you can hear outside. It is interesting because I just ordered from a local artisan who makes jewelry, one for myself, for Travis to give to me, and then one for his sister. And they're so precious and handmade and it's so cute. But I checked local pickup, which will just be interesting to figure out, okay, I've paid for the product and now how do I get it? Because there weren't any instructions on how you do the local pickup. So we'll have to see. They are shredding trees, I think. Okay, so my goal tonight is almost to go a little Sabrina Carpenter-y, do a little bit, more than I usually do. So definitely much more blush, which I always feel a little intimidated by. I don't know why. I do think it's cute. It's just so much more than I guess, my comfort zone, but usually I accidentally use way too little product and then it doesn't end up showing like after a few hours or something, so. Don't look at all this mess, okay? Shh. Okay, I've just got some thoughts, all right? Let's talk about it. I've just got some random things on my mind. For one, have y'all heard Doechie's music? It has blown up on TikTok, and there's a song, I think she did on like Stephen Colbert. It's so good. I'm not a big rap person, but holy cow, that is so good. Highly recommend listening to Doechie's music. It's Doecchi, I think it's called, or spelled. I highly recommend listening to her music. Secondly, I am doing my eyelash curler, and it makes me think of, she's on the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and she will record herself doing her eyelash curler, and it's terrifying. I think she's aware that it's terrifying. I really enjoyed watching that show. Like, I did a play-by-play watch through with my best friend. We didn't watch it at the same time, but we like talked about it. And she was like, every thought that you are having is the same thought that I had while watching it. It's a wild show. I've never really watched a lot of like reality TV, like the Kardashians or things like that. It was my first time dabbling in like that world, and it was very fun. I enjoyed my visit to reality TV land, and I can't wait for season 2. That's my second recommendation. I also love Brittany Broski. I have so much fun watching her podcast. Yes, you need to watch it. There are visual aids while you're watching it, and I just love seeing a normal person who is very eloquent and educated and like just be like a smart woman. She's so smart. So it's just amazing watching like a very smart woman like achieve success, and she's just like a normal person. She recently, like back to back, these like 2 guys that she has, you know, talked about being like just very attractive men, like Timothy Chalamet and Aaron Taylor Johnson. And Aaron Taylor Johnson is who she pictured, I think, being Rysand whenever she was reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. And so she would just like joke about him. Well, now they have both appeared on like different podcasts that she has, or different like video series that she has. And that's just insane. Talk about like manifesting. And I think it's just inspiring for me, because she has gotten her to the level of success that she has based on her being herself, just wholeheartedly being herself, and then applying ideas of like branding, you know, simply like social media marketing like techniques to propel herself forward. But she is at the center of it all, and if she weren't who she was, nobody would be, I don't know, maybe as interested. So I'm just interested in that for myself, because I feel like, you know, I've always, like I talked about in a previous video, like sometimes I just feel like I'm running at a brick wall as far as like trying to put myself out there on social media, and feeling that it's sort of a silly, frivolous pursuit. But you can also see like all of the good and joy that Brittany has brought to the world. And similarly, like Drew Afawalo, like everything that she has done for the world, and they wouldn't have been able to do that without putting themselves out there and being silly and frivolous on the internet. And I use quotes to say that. So it's like, imagine for myself, like what good I could do. Like, I don't know, but I know there's good that I want to do. But in order to have access to do that good and to do all these exciting things, I have to be silly and frivolous on the internet. I don't know, that's just something I want to do. Like, I feel like I've started this idea, Vlogmas, right? Like, I've been putting myself out there, and then before Vlogmas, I was even doing like a bit more like TikToks and things like that, and like one of them was like really successful, and that's like super exciting. So I think I just want to capitalize on that in like this momentum that I have going into the new year. Really challenge myself and challenge my ideas of like self-worth. I'm doing the, I guess, Victoria's Secret eyelash hack. I don't know. And like why I'm scared of putting myself out there. And I think this year has been so much of that. And I just want to continue to keep that momentum going, because I think honestly, it's like a deep wound. I know that sounds silly, about keeping myself small and quiet and, you know, really like lots of limiting beliefs about what I should and can be capable of, or like what people think of me. And it's like, who cares, you know? If people do care about me being unsuccessful, they don't need to be in my lives. If they think that what I'm doing here is stupid, well, they're no fun. At like the very, very root of it all, they're no fun. Like, I'm just trying to be myself and exist and not be afraid of what I'm capable of. That was an interesting thing I heard about limiting beliefs. There's a creator I love on TikTok, Daily Victoria, but she like will do yoga and she will talk about certain ideas, like self-affirming ideas, challenging yourself to love yourself more and things like that. She made a video recently talking about this theory that humans have these innate self-limiting beliefs. We put a cap on the amount of joy that we feel stable enough to receive. Whenever we hit that limit of joy, say you have a huge job interview coming up and you delay prepping for the interview, and so you bomb your interview, which for a dream job, and it's like you self-sabotage. And it's because of this ceiling you have on the perceived joy that you are allowed to experience. Or like say you get in a good relationship and you just pick fights and like cause chaos in your relationship, so you break up. People feel a lot more stable in chaos than they do in safety and happiness. She was talking about the idea of manifesting, that manifesting is not only asking the universe for what you need, or like, you know, or God, or, you know, whatever your belief system is. But it's, so of course it's like, you know, there's like the woo-woo side of it, of like, this is what I want to happen in my life, and let me visualize that thing happening so I'm ready before it comes, because I already deserve it, I already desire it, so it can happen and it should happen in my life because it's what I desire. And you try to attract, you know, what you need in your life. But it is also, so that's one side of manifesting, right? But the other side of it is like a scientific altering of your limiting beliefs, that you are safe within joy, you are safe in your success, and you don't need to sabotage it whenever it arrives. That is something that I feel like I'm currently working on, is those, I feel like with the limiting beliefs, it feels like reality to think the amount of success I've already achieved is the only amount I will ever deserve or have show up on my doorstep. And that's simply not the case. And so I don't want, you know, to put in all this work and then have success arrive and sabotage it, destroy it before it has even taken hold in my life. So I really want to work on those limiting beliefs in the new year and really show up in my life how I want to and how I deserve to show up in my life. And part of that is putting myself out there on social media. And no one is in my comment section so far saying get off the internet. It's only in my head where that is happening, and that is happening, you know, so much. There's no reason for it. I don't deserve to have that voice in my head. What is the risk if it doesn't happen? If you really need to sit with it for your dreams, your personal dreams, what is the worst that can happen if they don't come true? You know, people will laugh at you. Okay, well, I lived through that in like middle school. I've gotten over that. That's fine. Well, no one will care. So what if nobody cares? They don't care. Like, it's an absence of a thing, right? That's not dangerous. It is an absence of people caring. Well, that lack is fine. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It might hurt your feelings a little bit, but feelings are just emotions. They're not facts. Well, I really hope this financially can provide stability. Well, I have a good job now. That's okay. I really want it to provide other experiences in my life, whether that be acting experiences and writing experiences and have exciting opportunities. Well, my life is going to be no less exciting. Like, I can still write, I can still go on vacation, I can still have a very fulfilling life without glitz and glamour and things like that. Like, people do it every single day. It's okay for me to be where I'm at. I'm very happy in who I am at this point in my life, like extremely happy. And that is a huge marker for success. I kind of want to curl my bangs. And then I really gotta like clean my house and stuff like that. But luckily I have a few more hours. The guys are going golfing, yes, but people aren't coming over to my house until like 6. So I have a few hours, which is very, very nice. Anywho, so these are the things that are sort of on my mind. This has been bathroom philosophy time with Tabitha. I'm going to curl my hair. Okay, I feel like this looks pretty good. I just used, it's a pretty big curler. Here, there's it compared to my face. And then I curled it. So say it was like this side, don't burn myself. So if I had the wand on this side, I like overcorrected it and pulled it over here and had it tight. And then I curled towards my face. Oh, I wanted to do a little highlight in the corner, but there's my mostly Sabrina Carpenter look. Just to do a little bit more. I definitely feel like I am running out of steam. I'm trying to rally. I'm still finishing my garland. I ended up turning up the temperature to 250 to try to get those to finish faster. We'll see. An old theater hack is whenever you are going to change into something else in your, you know, getting ready, doing your hair, doing your makeup, and you don't want to mess it up whenever you have to change into your other outfit, say for like your wedding or prom or something like that, is to just put on a button up and then you won't mess with your curls. So while I'm running around the house getting things ready, I'm gonna put on this, have this button up on, and then I don't mess with my curls. I know I'm gonna feel better if I start with the dishes, so I'm gonna start there, but I don't wanna. Okay, I just finished doing the drink. Sorry, I know the dishwasher is going. I'm trying to get the lid on. Just finished doing the drink. It doesn't taste quite right with the recipe that I just followed, but I'm gonna let everybody get here and then maybe have them taste it, and then we can adjust it to like all of our flavor palettes rather than it just being mine. So anywho, I also had to use the 1/3 cup and try to figure out all the measurements that way, so that could be part of it, but I think I did it mostly right. For the lemon drop, it was vodka, simple syrup, orange curacao, and then lemon juice, and that was it. Okay, I'm about to wrap my white elephant, so I thought I'd show you what I got. It's pretty chaotic, to say the least. Okay, so I got these Dr. Teal's vanilla scent. You could smell them in the store, maybe it's a different bag.
but they smell really good. So I thought this would appeal to the women who are going to be at the party. And then for the guys, I got this ghost drink, so I thought that would appeal to the guys. I got some beef jerky, teriyaki snacks, and then this is just fun for everybody. These feel so good. I had this growing up with my family and we loved it, so anybody who doesn't have it really needs one. And then this is like the piece de resistance, because I think everybody will be fighting over the gummy clusters because they are so yummy. So that is my collection. I know it's like really weird and out there, but honestly, it was the best I could do given the time that I had and the store that I went to for the little boy that's coming to the party, possibly. If he's not, then I'll give it to the little girl that's coming. But I got a tech deck toy. Okay, correction from earlier. I said that it was from the Brittany Broski thing I was talking about. It was not the football player that she was talking about. That is Sam Hart. I guess he plays for Notre Dame. And then this is Aaron Taylor Johnson, and he played in that movie, The Bullet Train. So I'm watching that now, and that's fun and sweet. I'm on the last gift. Just shaped a little weird. But I always love wrapping things. Like, I love unwrapping things personally, and so if I'm gonna make a gift or give a gift, I want the person to be able to unwrap and enjoy unwrapping, because I know I would. I got the garland done, which is really exciting. Here's kind of how they look. They're so pretty, and I definitely think some of them are burnt, but that's still such a beautiful color that I don't really feel too much. So that is that. The next thing I'm gonna move on to is cutting up my potatoes. I'm gonna try to make some French fries. And I'm quite nervous because I've never made French fries before. If I have, they've been very, like, you can tell they're really homemade, you know? But these I want to be more, I don't know, I guess nicer because they're for guests. So we'll see how that goes. So wish me luck. So for the potatoes, I just washed them. I did 2 per guest, because I wasn't sure how many French fries everybody would want. So I did 2 per guest for adult guest, and then I added 2 potatoes for the kids, because I figure, you know, they can't really eat all that much. So hopefully that's not too much and is also enough. I hope you have realized at this point that whenever it comes to me and my channel, I am writing off of coffee, my mom's advice, and vibes alone. I looked some stuff up, and apparently 1 potato per person is good. I started cutting and the potato mountain was growing, and I was like, that seems like enough. So I went to just 1 potato per person. And then I also looked up, apparently if you soak your potatoes, it releases the starch. So I'm soaking my potatoes, which means that I get to sit down for the first time basically all day long. Also, I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, it comes with the territory, but I feel like my curls that I was so proud of earlier have just fallen a bit, specifically these pieces. But I mean, it really doesn't look bad though. It comes with the territory of curls, they fall. I still need to change into my actual clothes for about half an hour to an hour to people coming. I have not planned games. My garland fell again after the second piece of tape, which is really annoying. I kind of don't want to start it yet, but I have a potpourri pot that I'm gonna put on the stove. But since I don't know if people are coming in half an hour or an hour, I really only want to start it whenever it's like half an hour out. So I think I might sit down, chill for a bit before I put the potpourri pot on. So now starts cleanup. Let me just show you.